Hello friends. This is your movie gallery. The film begins with a scene in Moscow, Russia. Oleg and Alyona are on a date, enjoying some time together. During their conversation, Oleg reveals that he is a military officer currently on a 2-week vacation. Their date goes well, and eventually, they spend the night together. Meanwhile, in Paris, as a plane is preparing to land, all of its lights suddenly go out, and everyone on board loses consciousness. This mysterious power outage spreads globally, leaving only a small part of Eastern Europe unaffected. Back in Moscow, Oleg and Alyona notice drones hovering in mid-air, frozen in place. Shocked and confused by what they see, they rush to the hotel lobby. There, they find the other guests gathering to figure out what is happening. The news reports suggest that this is not a natural disaster but could be a terrorist attack. Soon, the duo learns that communication with other regions of the world has been completely severed. The government sends drones into the affected areas, but none of them return. To investigate further, a military unit is dispatched to one of the darkened cities, Kiro. Alya, a journalist, decides to join them in hopes of uncovering the truth behind these events. As the team explores Kiro, they eventually enter a local store and make a chilling discovery. Every living being, humans, fish, cats, even butterflies, has died right where they stood when the incident began. This raises a perplexing question. How did these deaths occur without any visible signs of violence or attacks? After that, when they search through different buildings, they notice that everything remains untouched, as if people simply vanished into thin air. Suddenly, a strange creature attacks one of the soldiers. When the rest of the group tries to help him, the creature sees them, grabs the soldier's gun, and escapes. Even though everyone shoots at it, the creature appears to be immune to bullets. This suggests that not everyone who was alive has died, but the sudden attack leaves them puzzled. They carry the injured soldier as they proceed with their plan. Due to the incident in Kiro, they cannot clearly identify the attacker's face. A month after this event, over 100 million people in Russia have died as a result. Meanwhile, the government tries to calm the survivors, but various religious groups gather, believing this is the end of the world. During this time, Yura receives a letter summoning him to join the military. Although he is reluctant to leave his sick mother, he eventually decides to enlist. On his way to the camp, he observes the dire situation caused by the mysterious event. Later, Yura joins Oleg's team. Reports confirm that power remains only in certain cities in Moscow, Belarus, Ukraine, and Finland. Meanwhile, some groups discover that the cause of death is linked to a chemical compound generated by the human body. The team receives 2 new missions: uncover the cause of the deaths and retrieve usable resources from the dark zones. However, they are warned to be extremely cautious, as previous missions involving tanks in the dark zones have not returned. When Oleg reaches the camp, he is surprised to see Alyona there as well. Suddenly, an alarm goes off, warning of an incoming attack. The radar shows a large entity approaching from the forest toward the camp. Before the military can respond, the camp's electricity fails. In complete darkness, they begin firing continuously. Amidst the chaos, an unidentified entity attacks the soldiers in an unpredictable manner. The next day, Oleg and his team discover that the mysterious attackers were a group of massive bears. However, no one can understand why these creatures behaved in such an unusual way. Oleg, injured during the battle, is taken to the infirmary, where he learns that Alyona is a nurse. She treats his wounds and provides him with pain relief. Meanwhile, in another part of the city, Sasha is being held in a military hospital. Since the beginning of the incident, Sasha has been experiencing strange dreams and hearing mysterious voices. Soon, Genya, a man sent by someone named Eid, visits Sasha. Genya explains that during the first wave, all electronic devices were destroyed. The second wave killed all living beings, and the third wave, which is yet to come, will allow the dead to attack the living. Millions of the deceased remain under the control of an unknown force. Sasha's visions are attributed to the fact that he was near one of the dark zones when the event started. Genya mentions that there is still a chance to stop the third wave. Frightened by this revelation, Sasha alerts the guards, but they are unable to see Genya. A doctor concludes that Sasha is hallucinating. Elsewhere, soldiers prepare for their missions. Yura, accompanied by their journalist, Alya, shares his thoughts during an interview. He states that the current situation doesn't bother him because his life as a soldier has more purpose than his previous life as a taxi driver. After entering the dark zone, they witness a city completely destroyed, confirming that the third wave has already begun. Next, they are surprised to discover a group of large humans living among the survivors. It appears that these people are under someone's control. Soon after, they begin fighting the military using various weapons, including guns and even tanks. Meanwhile, from the main camp, groups of soldiers are deployed to explore a larger area. In the seventh group, Yura and Alya traverse the forest and gradually draw closer. Around the same time, Oleg joins the fourth group stationed in Kayam City. One of them, attempting to open a storage room, injures their leg when a metal bar falls on it. The group decides to rest in a nearby house until a doctor arrives. Alyona later tells the injured officer that to save his leg, he'll need to travel with her to Moscow. That night, the seventh group also spends the night in a house. Meanwhile, Sasha heads to the hospital roof to get some air, where he encounters Eid. According to Genya, Eid communicates telepathically with Sasha, explaining his mission to help humanity. To prove the truth, Eid reveals his true face, showing Sasha that he isn't from this world. What he needed was to use Sasha's acquired ability to find the person who started all of this. That person is none other than Ra, Eid's brother. Shortly after, Commander Marina arrives with the military and points a gun at Eid. However, within moments, the soldiers turn their guns on Marina instead. Eid then explains that he manipulated everyone's perception, swapping his appearance with Marina's. Eid warns them of an impending invasion by millions of extraterrestrials intent on annihilating humanity. However, he insists his goal is to help. Marina then questions who Eid believes he is. Eid responds that humans might perceive him as a god. Later, at Marina's office, Eid reveals that he and his kind came from a distant planet in another galaxy. Once they reach a certain age, they stop aging naturally and only die from unnatural causes, such as being killed by another. Their planet's sun died long ago, forcing them to search for a world with a younger sun. That world is Earth. Eid and Ra were sent to determine if Earth was suitable for their people. However, Ra wanted to annihilate all humans and claim Earth for their species. Although Ra had the power to engulf the entire world in darkness and wipe out all living beings with his radiation, a small part of Europe was spared due to the moon's position at that time. Now, Ra's plan is to control the minds of the survivors from the dark regions and use them to attack the people living in the spared area. Eid must find Ra before he succeeds, and Sasha's dreams are the key. Despite Marina's initial disbelief, the strange occurrences over the past month convince her otherwise. Eid informs them that an alien spacecraft will arrive in 2 days, meaning they only have 48 hours to stop Ra. Meanwhile, Yura's group encounters a wounded child while gathering supplies. They take the child to a house, but under Ra's control, the child stabs a soldier. Chaos erupts as everyone starts shooting at the child. However, this is just the beginning. Soon, Ra's controlled humans begin attacking military camps. Fighting alongside civilians, Yura's group struggles, prompting Alya to signal for help using a flare gun. Headquarters sends reinforcements but receives distress flares from other camps too. Resources are stretched thin, and the surviving population dwindles. After receiving a warning message, Eid stresses the urgency of their mission. Eid hypnotizes Sasha, guiding him to sketch Ra's location through a vision. Ra resides in a building in Kayam City, controlling people like puppets. Yura's group, en route, encounters hostile civilians who shoot without hesitation. Alya, horrified, is reminded by Yura of the child they previously encountered. Soon, another wave of attackers arrives, leading to a fierce battle. Most of Yura's group perishes, leaving only Yura and Alya alive. They escape to a garage, finding a car with keys by luck. At the camp, Sasha admits to Eid that he's scared to leave, believing Ra has seen him during his trance. Eid assures Sasha's safety by keeping him at the camp. As the group prepares to deploy tanks towards Kayam City, Marina notices Sasha's absence and halts the mission. Just then, missiles rain down, obliterating the camp. Furious, Marina confronts Eid, accusing him of prior knowledge. Eid admits he knew but explains Sasha's survival was crucial to winning the war. The next morning, Yura and Alya join Oleg's team, learning that most members have died. They lack the strength for another fight. However, Eid and his troops arrive, urging them to join forces to destroy RA. As they approach Kayam City, they find roads blocked by RA-controlled humans, some strapped with explosives. Despite obstacles, the tanks plow through. They eventually reach Ra's building. Inside, Eid, Yura, and others climb to the rooftop, leaving remaining soldiers to guard the entrance. Yura and Eid confront RA. Though Yura tries to strike him, RA proves far stronger. Then Eid and RA, the two brothers, begin to fight, and it becomes evident that they both possess equal combat skills. Meanwhile, the battle among the soldiers below grows intense. They are unsure how long they can hold out. After many in the group die, Oleg, along with a few others, heads to the upper floor upon noticing a bomb-laden truck approaching from a distance. When the truck explodes, Ra's attention shifts, giving Eid the opportunity to strike RA and sever a part of his body. At that moment, Yura throws a grenade into the gap, which results in Ra's death. Next, Eid uses his power to stop controlling people. He then announces that the next step is to destroy the beings arriving in the alien spaceship. Their plan is to eliminate humans and take over the Earth. However, Genya is unable to comprehend why Eid didn't warn everyone about this earlier. Eid responds, explaining that if he had, humans wouldn't have realized his value. Now that they do, they treat him like a god. Realizing that Eid is as insane as RA, Genya attempts to stab him, but Eid uses his powers to redirect the blade towards Marina. When Oleg tries to shoot Eid, he manipulates his powers to appear as Oleg's father to everyone present. Despite everything, Genya, who possesses powers like Sasha, realizes Eid's true identity. Genya lunges at Eid, and they both fall from the building to their deaths. Just when everyone thinks it's over, they see a massive spaceship landing, crushing several buildings. Oleg takes a device that was near RA and enters the spaceship. Inside, they find thousands of aliens in a dormant state. When Oleg activates the device, it begins distributing oxygen to the aliens, which seems to be Ra's plan all along, to awaken them. Although the group initially panics and shoots at the aliens, they soon realize that the aliens can be killed. However, they lack the ammunition and time to eliminate them all. Oleg notices the oxygen tanks on the floor and begins destroying them, which leads to the demise of many aliens. Determined to stop the invasion, the group sets out to destroy every oxygen tank they find. When Aliona comes across the last tank and tries to destroy it, she is shocked by what she sees. She realizes that the last compartment contains children. As they start waking up one by one, Oleg drops his gun, unwilling to harm the innocent. With this act, the film ends, showing that the group is ready to embrace this new world. To see more videos like this, subscribe to the Moov Gallery YouTube channel. We'll meet again in the next video. Goodbye everyone.